No, it's too hard. Get off!
Slow down!
What's the name of this game?
Bongo golf.
Oh,
I got it!
What's the cup on this hole?
some part of the 404 numbers.
Hole in one!
What's this par?
Well, we win 6 because to hit one of the numbers is quite difficult.
Unbelievable.
Noonan. Miss it. Noonan.
Oh, I'll count that.
Has to hit the foul hole inside the hose on the mountain. Top of the scoreboard.
Off the clock.
Get it.
I had 1,000. Do you want me to go?
Weeze, why do you go with the soft toss?
Sheer dominance of power.
We got water. You gotta play in the water. He's got no chance. The last hole will be through the opening in the dugout.
You get extra points for Murph?
Yeah, -3.
-3?
Yeah.
-3 for Murph.
Hole in one. Very nice.
And it hits Bochy right in the stomach.
And hit him right in the face when it comes up the dugout. Oh, Kent Murph.
Oh, -3! You win!
You all right, Murph?
The ball hit me right there.
Oh, my goodness. He's alive.
For the first time in 52 years, the Giants are world champions.
That's every kid's dream.
Whatever happened last year's over.
It's time for us to go to work.
It's going to be harder than it was. But everyone's gunning for us.
It's just one of those things, either you have it in you or you don't.
This is a new year, it's a new season, new race, and we want to defend our championship.
Last half of the 13th inning, 2 men on, 1 man out. And here's Edgar Renteria. Renteria, MVP of last year's World Series. Here's the pitch.
Down the right field line, fair ball, and that'll be the ball game.
Despite making the biggest splash at the trade deadline, landing infielders Jeff Keppinger and Orlando Cabrera, as well as coveted outfielder Carlos Beltran, the Giants are floundering heading into the most important homestand of the year.
Let's talk about Beltran.
He's 2 for 17. He's still getting adjusted, Murph, to his new surroundings.
Yeah. Hey, Carlos, feel free.
Right.
Stretch it out. Get loose.
Right.
Okay?
Well, maybe a little home cooking will be good for him. Maybe he'll be better suited to hit here at AT&T. We'll see.
See, it goes here.
It's all right, man. Line drive.
Oh, dude, a lot of triples.
Well, he knows what a big park is, where he came from.
Great point.
Oh, yeah.
This is better. This is better than your place. I'm sorry.
It's better.
Way better.
The Giants, after a stirring 2 of 3 in Philly, got swept in Cincinnati.
Yep.
That was no way to end July, was it? Well, now it's a whole new month, and it's a 10-game homestand with juicy opposition, starting with the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight.
The Warrior right here.
He's full of shit. Trying to set me up.
They are playing really well, and they're not going to go away.
Diamondbacks are 2 back, buddy.
I know.
The pennant race begins
Here
today,
we go.
right?
Let's do it. Got to play some ball now.
So,
look at you, that.
Look at me.
You.
The opener of the 3-game set against the Diamondbacks marks the home debut of the Giants' new shortstop.
Orlando Cabrera traded from Cleveland to the San Francisco Giants.
We needed a more well-rounded situation where we could kind of plug one guy in, and we thought Orlando could be that particular person.
Get on the ground, Cabrera moves to his left and throws him out.
I'm not coming here to, pull everybody to my side. I want to jump in the boat too, and just be with these guys. Is that the sound of the panda? Is that what that is?
The team's 3-game losing streak doesn't faze the veteran Cabrera, who has only missed the playoffs once in the past 7 seasons.
Orlando, obviously they wanted your skills here, but do you think they also wanted you because you might be a lucky charm?
Some people call it luck. Some people call it being smart. You know, it got me a lot of jobs. I don't enjoy this. 04, you know, I got traded to Boston, won the World Series.
The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Then signed as a free agent with Angels, went to the playoff 05. 07, we went to the playoff with the Angels. Then I got traded to the White Sox. We went to the playoff, and then got traded to Minnesota. We won the division. And then last year, signed as a free agent with Cincinnati Reds, and we won the division. So, you know, looking forward to win this division too. Let's go. Go cheap and white, let's go.
But on this night, the Giants' new good luck charm is unable to stop the team's skid.
And that's the ball game. And game one in this series goes to the Arizona Diamondbacks, who now creep within one game of tying the Giants in the National League West.
As the Giants' division lead slips away, the focus falls on the overcrowded outfield, an issue amplified by the arrival of Beltran.
Carlos is going to be out in right field for the most part, so, you know, there's no juggling in that area. It's going to be a bit more of a challenge to get Rowan, Rosin, Torres, their consistent playing time.
When you pick up a great player like Carlos Beltran, you put him in this lineup, other people might have to be role players. Everybody gets their time, everybody gets their moment.
Despite the pressure of trying to secure his spot in the lineup, center fielder Andres Torres never loses his exuberance and positive outlook.
How you feeling, D? Better, good, Bobby. Swinging, huh?
High energy, says hello to everyone.
How are you, Tony?
I mean, he says hello to the parking attendants,
Everything good?
to ushers. He says hello to everybody.
Rosler, how are you, Pa? Did good?
Has Andres Torres said hello to everybody here? If he hasn't, he will before the night's over. Maybe twice.
Whitey?
Always laughing, always trying to have fun with the guys.
Don't get this guy hyped up. You get too hyped up.
Yeah.
The only problem, I say hi too many times a day.
Sean, how are you, Pa? Doing okay?
They told me, hey, it's already the third or fourth time you say me hi, but that's the way I am, you know?
Jeremy, holla.
Holla. Every day it's the same thing. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
You doing good? Yeah, I'm doing good. How's the family?
Family good? Family good?
How's your sons doing?
How's the little one? Big, huh?
Genuinely a good human being.
Feeling better?
Whether he knows you or doesn't know you, he's gonna shake your hand, he's gonna smile at you, he might even give you a hug.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend.
Andres Torres is one of the nicest guys I've ever played with.
But for the first 2 days of the series, Andres Torres is the odd man out of the Giants' outfield carousel. With first place on the line in Game 2, Torres' teammates have their chance to deliver.
And that's the ball game.
But fail to produce.
So Arizona takes the first two games in the series, and both teams now with identical records.
We got 50 some odd games to go, and I'm hoping nobody's hitting the panic button quite yet. I mean, I don't think we're gonna, take this too hard. Come out tomorrow and play better.
And the Giants, with a 5-game losing streak, they have been outscored 31-8 during that streak.
Ready, set, panic.
I say it on the streets to people all the time because they come up and sometimes they go, what's wrong with you guys?
So there's a lot of reasons to get upset and nervous and maybe even panic. And man, the Giants are in big trouble.
We're without Buster. We're without Freddie Sanchez.
They're really stumbling right now. This is probably one of the worst stretches of ball they've played this year.
Are you panicking?
No, but I'm not happy. I don't like what I'm seeing.
If anybody thought that we were just going to show up and go 161-1, and the game doesn't allow you to do that. It's a tough game. It's a tough business.
In fact, if you look out on the field right now, this is a dramatically different team than the one that went through the postseason last year.
This year isn't the last year.
Look at the lineup. 4 of their 8 position players weren't on the team last year.
Right.
You don't want to be the distraction. You don't want to be another guy in the corner. You want to be one of the group.
And chemistry matters.
Chemistry is the farthest thing from our mind to try to upset because we think our clubhouse is too solid to worry about that.
Well, no, I mean, we're not dating.
Hopefully our new guys can produce more. Quite frankly, though, the guys that are here that do bring chemistry need to perform better, too.
With all the upheaval to the Giants' offense, the player facing the most scrutiny is Carlos Beltran. Yet, the 6-time All-Star still finds time to mentor a fellow Puerto Rican who's in search of his swing.
I always know him. I know he was a Puerto Rican, good player, and can hit too. And that's good sometimes hearing tips, you know, from others.
Aquí sí vamos.
Ahora yo estoy aquí más contento. Ahora es que yo aprendo cosas. Entonces para la mano adelante, ¿verdad?
Yo me gusta trabajar las manos individual. Estoy bajando las manos. Con la mano de frente lo que me gusta es ir de ahí a la bola, ¿tú me entiendes? Y con esta mano, ir de ahí a la bola. Individual, pues me doy cuenta cuál está funcionando y cuál no está funcionando, ¿me entiendes? Para concentrarme un poquito más en lo que quiero hacer.
Sí, sí. I remember in 2002, he was the first guy to start telling me in the majors, you know, you need to get low and...
Muchas veces uno hace esto, ¿entiendes? Está ahí, entonces el bate viene así. Sí. Se le cae a uno.
I remember I used to hit like from here, no low anything, and yeah, I was hitting that for 5-6 years.
Peteate. Perfecto.
Then I need to make a change. It's hard too, you know. You're trying to break everything down again when you used to hit one position, but you're never late, right?
Siempre tratar de quedarme por dentro de la bola, pero por dentro lo que significa es que las manos vienen por dentro. Yo no quiero darle la bola así, yo quiero darle la bola ahí, pero las manos, ¡pum!, por dentro.
That's mechanics, you know. It's hard to do it. That's the thing. You have to work hard on that, but if you see the good hitters, that's what they do.
Y siempre con el cage para el otro lado.
Sí.
Para el otro lado, todo el tiempo. No puleo nada. Pero que tú te acostumbras a batir la bola para el otro lado. Cuando te la tiras en el juego, ¿vas a reaccionar? No, normal ahí. Perfecto. Siempre para el otro lado, siempre para el otro lado. En medio para el otro lado. Perfecto, perfecto. No, está bien ahí.
Está aprendiendo. Gracias, Carlos. Gracias, gracias. Un millón de gracias.
No seguimos aquí, ya tú sabes.
Gracias.
Ahorita venimos, está el juego.
Gracias, sí.
The Giants with some changes in the lineup. Andres Torres will be in center as the Giants try to get this offense going.
In 2010, Torres was the Giants' offensive spark plug.
This is going to do it.
Andres Torres has been money in late inning situations all year long.
But after his amazing breakthrough season last year, Torres has struggled to reach those lofty heights in 2011.
There are questions, was last year a fluke year for him?
Andres Torres' batting average has been plummeting in a terrible slump.
I'm not going to give up no matter what. That's what pushed me to work harder, and when people thinking that you cannot do it, I'm going to find the way to do it.
You look at a guy like Torres, he's 33 years old. He has fought and clawed his way and become a very useful player. Only became a true regular a year ago for the Giants.
Yes!
Andres is the story that made me feel the best.
Andres Torres.
The guy I rooted for the most last year.
Once again, comes up with a big hit.
Because I've played against him in the minors and just saw how hard he worked for so long.
You waited a long time and you paid a lot of hard dues in your career. What did this season mean to you professionally?
That's a pretty good answer.
People told me sometimes I get emotional, but I was almost out of the game many times.
Andres Torres, a poor kid out of Puerto Rico, is somewhat of a miracle when you think about it to be here. Over 11 years in the minor leagues, has had a long fight to get here.
If you work, you know, you can do a lot of stuff.
Here's Andres Torres in his Major League debut. Terrific future ahead of him, but the Tigers admit he is a very raw talent.
When I was in minors, I made myself a baseball player. And I was a good athlete, but I didn't know how to hit. I have no fundamentals, no mechanics.
Andres Torres has his first Major League hit, an RBI triple.
I used to fly, used to be fast, but I went up to the majors, hitting 200, 220, then you keep going down.
Called strike three. Down goes Torres.
I have struggled concentrating. I was changing my mechanics every day, every at-bat, thinking too much because I couldn't focus.
Despite his many setbacks, Torres didn't give up on his dream. In 2009, at age 31, the Giants gave him a shot, and Torres took full advantage. But after celebrating his 33rd birthday earlier this year, Torres knows that the road won't get any easier.
I spent so much time in minor leagues. I've been through a lot of bad things. I learned I don't take anything for granted. I'm in the majors now, but you cannot forgo where you come from and all you've been through.
He's a kid at one time growing up in Puerto Rico without shoes and became a track star anyway. He dragged bunts one. Coming down to get it is Loney. No one there to cover first. And the track star, Andres Torres, opens up with a drag bunt single.
Did the bunt single just ease your mind a little bit because you haven't had a lot of hits?
By midseason, Torres' on-field woes had multiplied.
Torres, who's watched his average plummet, it is at 217.
We talk quite a bit, just to try to get him to relax. He thinks about it so much and he takes it so hard that he has trouble sleeping at night sometimes.
To keep my head.
He's one of those guys, he'll get up at 3 in the morning, he'll start swinging the bat or he'll go work out.
Torres, who sat out the last couple of days, really just to try and help him relax a little bit.
We're just trying to keep him calm and keep his confidence up.
Bruce Bochy trying to give him some time off to get things together.
Ooh, diablo.
Torres has been all out of whack lately.
Two more.
While the inspirational story of 2010 tries to regain his form, the emerging hero of 2011 takes center stage in the biggest game of the season.
So today, Ryan Vogelsong, who has accomplished so much already.
To feel trust from the coaching staff, your teammates, the fans, that no matter the situation, that you're going to go out and get the job done. I mean, that motivates you in itself.
Today's huge.
And 8 of his 17 starts this year have come following a Giants loss. And in those games, he's 5-1, and the team is 7-1. So he's been a great guy to assume the role of stopper.
I read a tweet earlier this morning, and the guy said about Ryan pitching and being the stopper, and then he said, "I'll give up my great seat if Andres Torres is in the lineup." Like, I wonder if he gave up his seat. I wonder where he's sitting.
Andres just has never been able to get it going. 1-2 pitch. He pulls one on the ground into right field, base hit.
Yes!
So Torres with a leadoff single. That is huge for this struggling Giants offense.
Force a run.
Giants nothing, Arizona nothing. A big game today here in San Francisco and a big spot. Here's the pitch. Sandoval bounces one into right field, base hit.
Yes!
It's an RBI hit for Pablo, and the Giants have a 1-0 lead.
Sometimes it comes down to as simple as performance. And in this case, we have to worry about getting more performance out of everybody, including our newcomers, and how they fit together.
Beltran lines one.
Oh, yes! Get down, get down!
Coming around third is Keppinger. He'll score. Safe at first with an RBI single is Beltran, and it's 2-0 Giants.
I think we're satisfied to this point that we've strengthened the roster.
And a bullet and a fair ball down the left field line. Cabrera clears the bases, and the Giants lead 6-0.
Well, the new kids on the block are introducing themselves to San Francisco, California.
As the new kids begin to endear themselves to the Giants faithful, there's more than enough love left to rain down on the player whose story never gets old.
All right, baby, let's go.
Ryan Vogelsong, we seem to say this every time he pitches. His story's amazing.
My journey has been well chronicled now, and, you know, I didn't do it alone.
Behind every good man there's a good woman. And so it's really awesome to see Ryan get back to the big leagues.
Thank you.
So
As the season goes, you get tagged, you know, with it's a great story. Then the great story makes the all-star team.
An all-star leading the league in earned run average.
Well, what I don't understand is the consistency. You would figure he would maybe stumble.
I've tried to stay the same, but it feels good. I don't know how to say it. It feels good to be counted on.
Struck him out swinging.
It just shows you that, you know, this is his place and time, and he's jumped on it.
1-2 pitch. He struck him out with a high fastball. A big swing and a miss. 7 strikeout for Vogelsong. The Giants ahead 8-0.
And on the biggest game of the year, it was Vogelsong.
Ryan Vogelsong is out of steam. It's 8-1 Giants. Bruce Bochy is not going to wait any longer. He's going to get Vogelsong out of this game.
Oh, no way.
Vogelsong is going to get another well-deserved standing ovation when he departs. So the Giants salvage a game in this series, and they return to first place alone.
Local strong. Get out of here, Renee. Biggest one of the year, stud. What is going?
Four with Philly coming up, starting today. And while the Giants have gone 6-3 in their last 9 against Philly, the Phillies are coming in on a 6-game win streak.
This is going to be a real tough chore in front of them. I mean, they've been handling the Phillies so far. You want to talk about motivation? I mean, Philly's going to come in here breathing fire.
You got 4 epic games coming your way, starting with Bumgarner and Lee tonight. I think these next 4 days are fixing to be the best 4 days of the season.
But not for the Giants, as the Phillies' newest acquisition draws first blood.
Hunter Pence hits a titanic shot down the left field line. Is it fair? It is! It's gone! It's his first home run in a Phillies uniform.
Here's John Mayberry. That's it high and deep to left field. And Ross is going to look up, and that's gone. Back-to-back here in the second.
And right now, Bumgarner's up, and the Phillies are not missing high mistakes.
Hey, just think about getting on top of the ball, okay? That's all right? You get ahead of somebody, you bury that fucking slider in the ground and see if somebody will hit a ground ball for you. All right, man. Here we go. Come on, come on.
Following the back-to-back home runs, Bumgarner retires 13 of the next 14 batters, as catcher Chris Stewart helps settle his nerves.
Stand up. All right, slow yourself down. All right, working too fast. Get that arm out, get it in there. Go same thing right here, all right? Come on.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. He got it with that slider.
Watch that. Stay right there. Long game left.
We're talking about a different pitcher now since he's made the adjustments in his delivery.
0-2 to Howard.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a changeup.
It's a great pitch. Looked like a fastball. He swung fastball, dipped down. That boy.
But as good as Bumgarner is on this night, Cliff Lee is better.
It's 1-2 to Rowan.
Strike 3 call.
And the Philly Express keeps rolling at the expense of the defending champs.
Here's the pitch. Got him, and that's the ball game. So Cliff Lee throws a complete game shutout here in game 1 of this 4-game series.
Giants scuffling, losing 7 of 8. Obviously frustrated.
The Giants still looking to get this thing turned around. The fact of the matter is that the Giants have had a hard time winning lately.
We know how good the Phillies are.
I mean, the Phillies came in here to prove, I guess, to people here in San Francisco, hey, this isn't last year.
For us to stop the bleeding here, this would be, I think, an important game for us.
So there has been some bad feeling between these two ball clubs.
I don't know. What sparked it? Was it Brian Schneider swinging away on 3-0?
Line drive right field. Beltran will play it on a hop.
A 3-0 count. In a 5-1 ball game, he turns Brian Schneider loose.
And the Phillies just keep coming at you.
Stolen base by Jimmy Rollins.
Rollins goes.
With the Phillies up 8-2.
And right now, the game is getting out of hand.
Did you feel tension brewing the whole game, or did that come out of nowhere?
Tension? Did you sense any tension building up at all before?
What do you think precipitated all that?
Do you feel like in that point when Jimmy stole the base with them up as much as they were, that's disrespectful? Or
You should ask Jimmy Rollins about that.
Would you have done it?
Well, I wouldn't have done it.
You wouldn't? No.
Here's Victorino. And that hits Victorino in the back, and Victorino's thinking about something. And now we got action.
Oh boy, this is not good right now.
Both benches empty immediately, and we got some fights going on out there.
Eli Whiteside looked like he was ready to fight Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows Whitey. He's not a fighter.
Can you kind of take us through, what you saw?
I don't have any comment about the fight.
Looks to me like some punches are being thrown. We got a huge scrum.
There goes Victorino in it again.
Oh, this isn't good. There's a lot of activity down in the bottom of the pile.
Victorino got a hit, and he felt he was being thrown at intentionally.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he did.
Well, I guess you could say this has been festering since last year.
Again, the emotions of the game. Two great teams playing.
To say that there's an edge between these two teams is an understatement.
A lot of hype going into these series. And it's just, everything escalates from there.
All of this pent-up emotion, it all came pouring out.
They were getting stopped and they were frustrated, and this is the kind of stuff that happens in baseball.
The Giants, after losing the first two in this series, are going to have to play their A game, because right now the Phillies are hot.
When was the last time you had a fight?
Me?
Yeah.
One-on-one fight?
Yeah, you said you could handle yourself. I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
yeah.
When?
Oh, I had quite a few in school, yeah.
Coming up next time on The Franchise.
That's the winner right there. Winning and domino bitches.
How will Lincecum respond this weekend?
That's what Lincecum has done so well to stop losing streaks.
Come on, Timmy.
Why do I cross my hands after every game?
We're driving to baseball practice when he looked over at me and said, "Brian, I have cancer."
Set it up, pretend like we're talking and shit. You gotta set. What the fuck?
More hijinks on Mother's Day. I knew it was coming. The flying squirrel. I knew it was coming.
Hey, Ryder. What's this? What is it?
What do you call that thing?
The flying squirrel. The flying squirrel. Gets me every day.
Once a day? Like
Once
a vitamin.
Who loves a Bobby? Mommy loves a Bobby.
Welcome to the show. I'm gonna follow you over.
I know.
You gotta watch a little BP and you get a squirrel in your teeth.
It knows where to find you, doesn't it?
Can you put it lower? Lower? You get that?
We're getting them back. It's only a matter of time. We're getting them back.
What's on the boom mic right there?